in post because I also need to update that.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of MCU Trivia in the year of 2025, the year of our Lord. Kelsey, how you doing? Welcome. We're enemies in this space, but today we are friends. We have to co-host this match together. How you feeling about this soon-to-be title match that we're about to watch in just a few minutes?
Well, Dale, I'm going to say the thing that I always say, which is I'm so glad that I am on this side of the equation and not the one competing, and I'm the one with all the answers in front of me. I'm really, really excited. This is a crazy, crazy matchup. I know I say this, I know I also say this every time, but I genuinely have no idea where this one could go. We could potentially be going into sudden death at the end of this. Like, nothing is off the table.
Yes. Tato backstage not looking happy about what Kelsey just said. But yeah, both of these guys have had interesting journeys to get here. Tato winning the free-for-all, the Infinity Gauntlet, cashed in his title shot, won it against Stacy, had a really weird final question, had an immediate rematch, beat her again. So he is undefeated. You also have Joe coming off of a tournament win and a number one contender match. So these guys have both played in high-pressure situations. You know, they aren't just like regular seasonal competitors. They have competed with the best of the best, beat the best of the best, and now they're here now to take on one another. They are both undefeated, so one of them is going to take their first loss today. Kelsey, if you had to pick, do you have an idea of who you think would be the favorite going into this, or is it just too even a call?
Oh, don't make me choose. Don't make me pick.
Then I won't. Well, we keep it Switzerland here.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Yeah, so we're very excited. As I said, both these guys undefeated. It's been quite a journey to get here. So here we go.
Glad to be here. I'm excited for the title match. The free-for-all was all fun, and I just happened to come through that gauntlet. It was a serious gauntlet.
Justin.
And
Jason! It's Jason!
I would love to have a rematch as soon as possible if that is something that we can all work out.
I'm very excited to see this rematch take place. In what U.S. city does Tony Stark find the Mandarin, aka Trevor Slattery, in Iron Man 3?
Miami.
And your winner.
I feel like people, they're starting factions and no one's said anything to me about being on their team.
I would like to remedy that. Would you like to join the secret tunnel?
Sure. I'd like to join it too.
And right there, the secret tunnel has added another member, Stacy and Tato, joining up in an alliance. We love to see that.
My prediction would be that there's a gentleman across the pond that I will be defending against defending my title against next. He's very, very good.
The Midnight Angel.
And your winner of the first ever Multiverse of Madness tournament.
Up until putting up these kinds of numbers, I would not have felt any degree of confidence against him, but with Stacy in my corner as well.
You're all the 5.8ers, I'm telling you.
Corey, with the MVP, got to cash in his number one contender, was going to wait for whoever won this tournament, being Joe, and now here he is, facing Joe for that title match spot. And your winner, Joe, you win this one 21-19. Congratulations. You are now going up against Tato for the belt.
Looking forward to it. Jake's going to be a tough opponent, but I've beaten tough opponents before.
All right, it is time to bring in the two competitors who will be competing for this very shiny, beautiful belt. JD Domash gifted this to the channel. We're so grateful for him. Stacy's initials are on the back. Kelsey's initials are on the back. Tato's initials are on the back of this. Is Tato going to keep his initials as the only one of three pairs, or is Joe going to add his to this belt? We will find out in no time at all. Gonna put that right there so everyone can see it. And now let's introduce our two competitors. Introducing first, with a record of 4 wins and 0 defeats and 2 knockouts, He won the tournament. He won the number 1 contender match, and now he is here, the challenger in this match. It is Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly. How's it going, sir?
Yeah, good. It's been a really good start to the year in terms of trivia for me. I've had some real successes already. Cut in a few matches that I've played, and I'll be honest, the last one took a lot out of me. Not in this division, but the last one I played took a lot out of me. Had a little week that I haven't actually been doing much studying, but sometimes that can help. Just go with what you know.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Any thoughts on Tato? Have you studied up on his tape? Have you played him anywhere else in other leagues, or is this going to be a first time?
I think there's maybe a one-off and some one-off matches that used to happen in some other leagues, but never one-on-one, I don't think. And I'm looking forward to this. I try not to focus too much on the opponent and just go with what I know.
Gotcha. I love that. Well, we're happy to have you back, and we wish you the best of luck here today, Joe. And his opponent in the other corner, with a record of 4 wins, 0 losses, representing the Secret Tunnel. It is the champion of MCU Trivia, the reigning champion, Jake Tato. How's it going, Tato?
Hey, what is up, everybody? It is fantastic to be here. Joe is an absolute beast. The first time I met Joe, I was a rookie in a league that I am now the commissioner of.
Oh, wow.
Movie Battleground, check it. That should be fun to have back. He beat me up there as he was a former champion, and I was in my first match. That was a fun one, but I did knock him on a video games question. And most recently, we had a fun little Bond View Askew switch off in Malcolm's.
That was it, yes.
In Malcolm's party. So that was an absolute blast. Definitely excited to play this one. Right before the tournament started, I said, there's a guy across the pond who will be challenging me next. And obviously that is how that played out.
Wow. So you called the shot a long time ago, Jake, and it has been a little while since we've seen you here. What have you been doing to prep for this? Have you been going back to the well? You just kind of coasting off of what you learned and what you studied last time? Where's your brain been at for this?
Yep, I didn't get to do a ton of watching study as I'm also running Lights Out Trivia, and we've been doing a ton of matches over there this month. I've done 30 plus in January, and there were a couple tacked on at the end of December in there. So having those leagues under my stewardship, you got to take care of those as well. I did get a solid cram session today. We'll see how well that works out for me.
All right. Well, best of luck to you both, and congratulations for making it this far. You guys have a place in the league as long as you want it. But today, one of you will leave with the belt. Jake, you will either retain it or Joe will get it off your back for the first time. All right, here we go. I'm going to do the rules and then I'll ask if everyone's ready. The rules of round 1 here. Everyone will be asked 10 questions in the realm of the MCU. You will have 15 seconds to write down your answer for each question. You will then reveal your written answers. You will speak them aloud. Each question is worth a point. If a competitor gets all 10 right, which is very likely, we will ask an 11th bonus question. You must keep your hands on screen at all times. You two never have an issue with that. And you all have 3 time heists to use as a repeat if you want to hear the question again, clarification, or you just want to buy yourself some time, and 1 Mjolnir if you feel like you have been ruled unfairly, if you feel like the question was a little confusing, the answer was confusing, anything above that, you can throw in your hammer or your sword or your Stormbreaker, whatever it may be, and we will take a look at that behind the scenes. And remember, this is 5 rounds today, so there's a little bit extra play today, but this round stays the same. So I will ask you, Joe, our challenger, are you ready?
After 4, I was going to say with the hands-on screen thing, after 4 years in this community, if you haven't perfected a position that keeps your hands on screen, what are you doing?
There you go. All right, and Tato, our champ, are you ready, champ?
Yes, sir.
All right, then Kelsey?
Let the marvelous movie match begin.
All right, take it away, Kelsey. I'll let you start with the first question here.
All right, question 1 in the realm of phase 1. In Thor, what is the name of the coma-like state Odin falls into after Loki discovers he is part frost giant?
Would not have known this myself, and not surprised that both of them went right to the boards.
Yeah, I don't even think I finished, and I looked down, and they were both writing. So
you said coma, and they went boom.
Oh, no, got it.
Yeah, love that. That's the kind of caliber we expect here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're starting with the champ. Tato, what do you got?
Yeah, Odin sleep.
That's correct. And Joe?
Yeah, it's a little on the nose. Odin sleep.
A little on the nose. First question, making maybe a little easy for you guys. I still don't know it. Phase 2 is the category for question 2. Phase 2. In Avengers Age of Ultron, what does Natasha say to the Hulk to calm him down? We're looking for the exact quote. Another one I would never even be able to guess in a million years. I just need to rewatch these movies, I think. I think I'm coasting too much off of all the notes I already have. I need to go back to the well and watch some of these again. But
yeah, I got the inkling to watch a different movie last night that may or may not be a question, so I'm not going to say which one it was.
All right. Pens down. I will not let you finish that. Joe, what do you got?
Hey, big guy. Sun's getting real low.
We'll take it. Tato.
Sun's getting real low.
Yeah, we were looking for those 4 words. Joe added 2 more to it, but we will still keep it. We were looking for sun's getting real low. So no one needs a challenge there. You both got it right. As we go on to question 3, Kelsey, go ahead.
Question 3, in the realm of Phase 3, which 3 Avengers show up in Edinburgh to save Wanda and Vision from Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive?
This I would have gotten.
I was very nervous to say a location from the UK in front of Joe. I'm not going to lie. Hope I said it right.
Hopefully. We'll find out soon. I bet. Yeah, people from all over the world playing in this league and in this match. Very excited. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
Let's repeat. Okay, first repeat from Tato. Go ahead, Kels.
Which 3 Avengers show up in Edinburgh to save Wanda and Vision from Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive?
Good scene, good moment. Great movie. I remember this one in the theaters.
It is a great movie.
Fantastic. I don't think it was ever actually said in the question what movie it is, but I think they know. They're trivia title match competitors. They know it's Infinity War. 5, 4,
I guess I didn't put the movie in the question.
Yeah, for this one, I don't think it's needed. 2, 1, pens down. All right, so let's see if that repeat worked. Tato, what do you got?
I blanked. I went with Cap, Black Panther, and Bucky.
Oh, you got one of the 3 correct, but not quite. Joe, what do you got?
I was in Edinburgh 2 months ago and pointed out that's where this was filmed. Captain America, Falcon, Black Widow.
Those were the 3: Cap, Black Widow, and Falcon.
Yeah,
so
Joe.
Joe taking a 1-point lead there. I guess you could have said Captain America twice, but in the context of that film, Falcon was still Falcon. So we'll take that. And that would be the correct answer. Not saying you should do anything else.
Oh, I
But
have to
question
remember that
4.
for potential challenge purposes later on.
Question 4. Yeah, Captain America could get you out of 2 things. No, but phase 4. In the mid-credit scene of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, who is revealed to have a son? We're looking for the character who says that they have a son. If that clarifies what I think the question would have been.
No. We're not starting this. Sorry, I'm cat sitting and the cat is catting.
All right. 5.
She's obsessed with walking right on my computer.
2, 1. Pens down. Joe, what did you get?
Nakia, and if you want to get technical, T'Challa.
Yeah, technically T'Challa is part of that equation, but Nakia is the one who has the child with her. So that is correct. That's what we were looking for. Tato, what did you have?
Nakia.
All right. Yep. I'm glad you both put it.
Living character is referred to.
Yes. Yes. Technically, both of them had a son, but one still has one with them currently. But you guys got it correct. We're moving on to question 5. Kelsey, take it away.
Question number 5 in the category of Phase 5. In the Marvels, what is the name of the planet that is 99.63% water? That is the real statistic I got from the movie.
Thank you for being so specific, Kels. I bet if you would put 99, a lot of people watching this would have challenged you. So I'm glad you gave us the specifics.
Listen, I'm dotting all my I's. I'm crossing all my T's.
Yeah. All right. I like this movie. I like this planet. I'm one of the rare few, I think, who really likes this movie. But
it's grown
fine.
Dill, we watched this together, didn't we?
What was that?
Not the first half.
Oh, not the first half?
No, I like the first half. Their dynamic. Their dynamic as a trio is great. Other stuff doesn't work.
All right. At first, I thought you were asking for a repeat, but no, you were chiming in. That's fine. All right. So the question, I did the countdown. I hope you didn't miss it. But Tato, what do you got for this one?
Aquitar.
Not quite. Cool name. Joe, did you have this one?
Aladna.
Aladna is correct.
Good
So
stuff.
Joe taking a 2-point lead over Tato. That's okay. We're still early in this match. As we move on to question 6 in Kelsey's favorite category of quotes, alliteration there. What MCU film's first line is, quote, "I still think about the night your mother and I had to leave you"? Kelsey, a little smirk. She knew she wrote a good question.
Sorry. I shouldn't be gloating over here.
Is this the one you watched last night or a different one?
No.
Okay. I will not ask
No,
you that.
I actually don't know if the actual movie comes up in this round. I'm just not going to say it just in case.
Gotcha. That's fine. I mean, it is still a 1 in, 28, 29 shot, so
Yeah.
it's still something that'll probably be brought up, but better not to say it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Tato pens down. Joe, what do you got?
I went between 2. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You got the correct answer. That is correct, Joe. Tato, what do you have?
I just scribbled Eternals. I had nothing.
No worries. So Joe taking the score to 6.
I had Black Widow for a while there.
Yeah. No worries there. Moving on to question 7, Kels, whenever you're ready.
Question number 7 in villains. In Deadpool and Wolverine, Cassandra Nova is the sister of what X-Men?
You know, introducing new films to the,
Yes.
to the repertoire, we have to keep things a little easier. We're not going to go too deep cut with some of these, just because this is the first time they are entering the sphere. So this 97, Agatha All Along, and Echo are now valid to be asked about. But as always, the first few months that they're in rotation, 5, 4, they're not as not as deep cut. 2, 1, pens down. All right, Joe, what do you got? Or sorry, Tato. Yeah, we'll take it. Joe, yeah, you got it right. Tato, sorry, I did the wrong order.
Yeah, I got Chuck.
Yeah.
And you guys are nice. The first question I would have wrote from this movie would have been gubernatorial.
Oh my god.
Well, that is.
Oh, I had
so
that on a
funny.
flashcard somewhere. I've definitely written that.
Well, the
That's
score
so
remains
funny.
7-4. Joe remains in the lead by 3. As we move on to question 8, I will not mess up the order here. The question category is Stan Lee cameos. In what MCU film can you hear Stan Lee say, quote, "You were supposed to be my lift home. How will I get out of here"?
How is it that you ended up with both of the quote questions in this round, Dill? I'm very jealous.
I don't know. Ladies first. You end up with the odd numbers. Next time
Yeah.
I'll be selfish and I'll take the first question so you can get the quote.
Yeah. Could you please be a
we'll
little
make-
more selfish sometimes?
You can put quotes in category 5. You're welcome to change it. We just have a specific order.
No,
5,
because
4.
1 through
I know.
the phases have to go in order.
2. I know. 1, pens down. Now for evens, we start with Joe. Joe.
Oh, jeez. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
That is correct. Tato.
Guardians 2.
Yeah,
Nice.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Yep, it's all there. I was just making sure. Got it all in there. All right, Kelsey, question 9. Take it away.
Question 9 in the category of Disney Plus. In Agatha All Along, which son of Wanda Maximoff is revealed to be the character of Teen, played by Joe Locke?
Got
Again,
that
just a little
50 shot.
underhand for the newer
Yeah.
projects.
Listen, I mean, you can't make every question hard. It gets harder as it goes. You gotta.
I haven't watched the show yet, so I got.
Oh, Joe's going based off of pure research. All right.
There's a 50-50 chance on this because I have
4,
seen WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness.
2, 1. All right, let's see if they got the right ones. Tato, you're first.
It's Billy.
It is Billy. Joe, do you have it?
Billy.
Yes, he guesses
No,
correct.
it's logical. You got there.
Yeah,
Good
we'll
stuff.
see. We'll see if any more Agatha questions come along. We'll see if that ends up being a kryptonite. So far, it hasn't been. As we move on to the 10th and final question in this round: actors and actresses. In how many Phase 1 films does Gwyneth Paltrow appear as Pepper Potts? Big fan of this actress. Kels, are you?
I'm a fan of her, but I also hear that she's kind of a weirdo behind the scenes.
Oh, I'm a fan of her work. I'll say that.
Yeah.
You ever seen Shakespeare in Love, Kels? Do you like that one?
I
5,
have. I watched that at theater school. They
Nice.
showed us that.
2, 1. Pens down. All right, Joe, for the perfect round, what do you got?
3.
And he gets the perfect round. That's correct. Iron Man 2, and the Avengers. Tato, did you have it?
Try shot.
You did. Keeping it close here. 10-7.
Nice,
We are
Jake.
going to We are
Bang
going
it,
to
Joe.
ask
Bang it.
an 11th bonus question to Joe, but a very strong round for both of them. A tough round, and you both get 7 points. Joe gets a little bit more than 7, gets 10, but it is still very, very close, still within an arm's distance. So, your bonus question, Joe, here you are. How many Oscars did Black Panther win at the 2019 Academy Awards?
3.
3, costume, score, and production design. You are correct for an 11th bonus
Nominated
point.
for 8.
No, I don't know about that. I believe you. I believe you. All right. So there we go. That was round 1. We now move on to round 2, which is the wheel round. You guys will spin the wheel to determine a category. You are allowed to respin, but you must take whatever the wheel lands on if you spin again. I am Iron Man is spinner's choice. I am inevitable is opponent's choice. You will have 5 questions. You will have 15 seconds. You can just speak them aloud. You don't have to write them down. Questions 2 points. If you want to check down to multiple choice, that's 1 point. And the other competitor can steal. So if you get it wrong, the other competitor will be ready to snag those points from you. If no one gets it correct, no one gets any points. You're not losing any points in this round. So, Joe, you are in the lead. I'm going to pull up the wheel. Would you like to go first or defer to Tato?
I'll spin first.
All right. So Joe going to spin first today. And here we
I
go.
always do.
All right. And landing on Joe's favorite category, Disney Plus. Joe, would you like it? That was spinning again. Okay. Didn't even have to ask. Didn't even have to
That's
ask.
hilarious.
And the wheel is going to be nice to you here. It's not giving you that. It's giving you phase 2. Phase 2. All right.
That'll do nicely.
That'll do nicely. All right. Well, we will find out. Kelsey, you want to give the questions?
We hope it'll do nicely.
Sure, I will ask the questions in phase 2.
Cool.
Okay. Question number 1. In the first post-credit scene at the end of Ant-Man, what does Hank show Hope?
The wasp suit.
Correct for 2 points.
Question number 2. After being put under Wanda's spell, whose help does Thor seek out in Avengers Age of Ultron?
Heimdall.
That is incorrect. We're going to rule that incorrectly. We will ask the question to Tato, see what he answers, and then if there's any questions, we can cross that bridge when we get there. Kelsey, repeat the question for Tato for a 2-point steal.
Question, yes, number 2, sorry. After being put under Wanda's spell, whose help does Thor seek out in Avengers Age of Ultron?
Eric Selvig.
That is the answer we have for 2 points. If Joe would like to
I'm going
challenge.
to throw out the challenge. I just think the wording on that just slightly ambiguous because after could mean after the spell is put on him, not after it's removed. If it was after it's removed, fair enough. I agree that that's the correct answer. But I think after the spell is put on him, the first person whose help he seeks out is Heimdall in the dream sequence. So,
all right. So let me cut to a challenge, and we'll hear what Tato has to say, and then we'll look it up and determine the ruling there. All right, so we are back from the challenge. Kelsey resorted to video clips. Our competitors looked at some clips and resorted to the movie. And just by looking at every description of the scenes in the movie that we found, it does say that after the visions, Thor went to Eric Selvig for consultation for help. So that is the answer we're going to have to stand by. So unfortunately, Joe does lose his challenge, and Tato will get those 2 points. So it is still 13-9. Joe still has a lead, has 3 more questions left, but that is going to go in favor of Tato as the correct answer. All right, Kels, whenever you're ready, question 3 for Joe here in the realm of phase 2.
Okie dokie. Question number 3. In Guardians of the Galaxy, what is the name of the servant working for the Collector who grabs a hold of the Power Stone, ultimately ruining their trade?
multiple choice.
4. Okay, multiple choice.
A, Karina. B, Kimberly. C, Katarina. Or D, Chloe.
A.
A is correct.
Is correct.
Saw the
Just
light
what I
bulb
was most
moment.
needed to hear. I couldn't get burrito.
Karina. No.
Burrito out of my head, and that's the bullshit at the beginning.
All right.
Question number 4. Which realm is Malekith from in Thor: The Dark World?
The Dark Realm.
Can you be a little more specific?
Svartalfheim. No.
That is
sorry.
correct. That is
Oh,
correct.
Yep, you got it. You're good, dog.
That was it.
Both titles were used, so yeah.
No, I know, but we were looking for the exact wording, but you gave it to
I
us. So.
just remember where the F went in that.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Svartalfheim,
Yeah.
dead on pronunciation
Nope,
too.
you got it.
I'm glad I didn't have to listen to Kelsey give those multiple choice options. All right,
Thanks.
question
Thanks,
5. Sorry, Kelsey. Love you.
Question number 5. What famous landmark in LA does Happy Hogan get attacked by Savin in Iron Man 3?
The Chinese theater.
That is correct. So for 2 more points, Joe is now taking his lead to a comfortable 18 to Tato's 9. So very interesting there. Missing that one big swing, but getting everything else pretty perfectly, except for checking out with Karina, which he knew right away as soon as Kelsey said it. So Tato, this is going to be for you now. Your first spin. Here we go. And it's going back. It wants someone to take it. Disney Plus, Tato. Would you like to keep it or would you like to spin again?
We'll keep this.
We're going to keep it. Okay, so Disney Plus will be asked here by myself, yours truly. All right, Tato, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Question 1 in Disney Plus. In What If, which MCU villain gets a reformed outlook on life in What If T'Challa became a Star-Lord?
Thanos.
That is correct for 2 points.
Because
Question
it's
2.
red.
What is the name of the place where pruned timelines and people get sent to in Loki?
Void.
The Void is correct for 2 points. Question 3. In WandaVision, what kind of magic does Agatha tell Wanda she's using?
Chaos magic.
That is correct for 2 big points.
Shout out
All
my
right.
boy Shadow.
Question 4. According to the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, what is the new name of Peter Quill's ship?
The Bowie.
The Bowie, after David Bowie, is correct. So now he's 1 point within Joe as we move on to question 5. What is the name of the man who Jennifer Walters has a terrible date with and later takes on the identity of the Hulk King in She-Hulk Attorney at Law? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. All right. Is it A, Dennis Bukowski, B, Todd Phelps, C, Augustus Pugliese, D, Josh Miller?
Todd Phelps.
Todd Phelps is correct. And with that, wouldn't you know, we're tied up 18-18. Very fun tie score there. A little
I would have
nerve-wracking.
also got the 9 points in that round as well.
Yeah, there we go. So there you go. Tied up as we go into round 3, which is a round we only see in the title matches, which is the betting round. So whoever is in the lead will spin the wheel. In this case, you're both tied. So Tato, as the champ, you will spin the wheel to determine the category. The wheel spins random, but it's really basically if we hit I am inevitable or I am Iron Man, then it'll be your choice. All players will bet either 0, 1, 2, or 3, depending on their strategy. I will count to 3 and you will put it in the private chat what you would like to bet. So we'll get there in just a sec. Players will have 15 seconds to write down their answer. It's just like round 1. You'll have 15 seconds to write it down, then you'll speak them aloud. The only difference here is that if you get it wrong, you are losing the amount of points you bet. And if you get it right, you're gaining the amount of points you bet. So be very mindful about your bets there. Otherwise, keep your hands on screen. Tato, you still have 2 repeats left. Joe, you have all 3. And Tato, you still have your challenge. So Joe, because you are the challenger, Tato is going to have the advantage in the wheel if it hits one of the 2 green slices there. But I'm just going to spin it first. There are no respins in the betting round, so it's just whatever it lands on. Just Tato will have the ability if it lands on anything else, but it's not. It's going to be scores and soundtracks. So that is going to be the category here. So Tato, I will have you. Actually, no, I'll both of you type your bet into the private chat. Don't press send yet. We'll count down to 3. I will say 1, 2, 3, go. On go, you will send either 0, 1, 2, or 3 to the private chat, and that will be your bet. You will be able to see your bets. Kelsey and I will be able to see, but for the audience, we'll keep it a mystery. All right. So does everyone have their bets ready to go?
Yep.
For scores and soundtracks. All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, send. And we have their bets. All right. So This is the betting round question in scores and soundtracks. Because I do the speed rounds, Kelsey, I'll have you do the scores and soundtracks betting round question.
Oh, okay. Who composed the score for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
All right. Take it to their boards. You have 15 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, so we're going to start with Tato. Tato bet 1 point. Tato, what's your answer?
Pinar Tokrock?
That is incorrect. So you're going to lose only 1 point there. And Joe, you bet 3 points. What is your answer?
Joel P. West.
We are going to accept that answer. That's correct for 3 points. So 1, 2, 3. Joe has
stuff,
now
Joe.
extended his lead to 21 to Tato's 17. Still a 4-point game here. So still anything can happen because we are about to go into our speed round. So here is how the speed round will work. Let me just get the where is it? Here it is. So the speed round, how it will work. Each player will take their turn answering 5 questions. There is a 30-second time limit in total, meaning you have about 6 seconds per question per answer. The time will not start until I have finished reading the entire first question in totality. The other player will wait in a holding room with Kelsey, so you will be notified when you can come back to the main stream, and then we'll just have the other person in the wings. If you are correct, you will get a point. If incorrect, you will lose a point. So you can skip. If you want to pass on a question, we will return to it if there's more time left on the clock. If not, skipping does not deter you any points. So if you want to just play it safe, not lose or gain, just skip it. Otherwise, you can answer it. Whatever you answer, though, we will have to take that answer. So if you say Loki, we're taking Thor. That was your first answer. Unfortunately, that's how it's got to be. And for this one, there are you can ask for a repeat. That's not going to go towards your time heist. It's just a formality to have that on there. But I will repeat the question if you ask me to ask it again, but it is part of your allotted time. So just be mindful of that if you want to just skip, and I will repeat the questions as they come. Otherwise, the challenges you can use after the fact in the rulings if you feel you need to for Tato, who has a challenge. So, Joe, you are now in the lead, so you will decide, do you want to go first for speed rounds or second for speed rounds?
I'll go first.
Alrighty, Joe. So I'm going to get the clock ready for you. You have 30 seconds after I say the first question in its entirety. Are you ready?
Go for it.
First question. True or false? The Incredible Hulk does not have a post-credit scene.
True.
Who directed Thor: The Dark World?
Alan Taylor.
Who plays Cowboy Pool in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Matthew McConaughey.
Who is the first character to die on screen in Avengers: Infinity War?
Pass.
In X-Men 97, who says the quote, "Time for an exorcism, punks"?
Pass.
Yeah, who is the first character to die on screen in Avengers: Infinity War? And that is time. That is time. So we called time. So those last two will be passes for now.
That's good because it was wrong.
I'll let you know how you were when we get back to it. All right. You ready, Tato?
Yes, sir.
All right. True or false? The Incredible Hulk does not have a post-credit scene.
False.
All right. Who directed Thor: The Dark World?
Alan Taylor.
Who plays Cowboy Pool in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Matthew McConaughey.
Who is the first character to die on screen in Avengers: Infinity War?
Skip.
In X-Men 97, who says the quote, "Time for an exorcism, punks"?
Skip.
Who is the first character to die on screen in Avengers: Infinity War?
Skip.
Who in X-Men 97, who says
Remy.
the quote? And that was it. What did you say at the end?
Remy LeBeau.
Remy. Okay.
That's
So
fine.
I'll bring you guys back, and I will give you the.
He got it in time.
He got it in on time. Okay.
I don't know if it's right. I haven't seen the series. So.
Well, that's the thing. We'll get to that in a sec. All right. So the first question was true or false? The Incredible Hulk does not have a post-credit scene. That is true. It does not. So I know it was a little tricky. It's a title match, so it's a little trickily worded. So Tato, you actually got that wrong. You said false. Joe, you got that right. That's true. So that's a point for Joe. As for the next question, who directed Thor: The Dark World? You both got it correct. Alan Taylor. was a correct answer there. Who plays Cowboy Pool? You both got it correct as well. Matthew McConaughey. As for the first character to die on screen, you both passed. It was Heimdall. But I think, Joe, you said it after the time had run out. He dies right before Loki after he sends Hulk through the Bifrost. But all right. And then the fifth question, which Joe, you skipped, and Tato, you did answer Remy for. In X-Men 97, who says the quote time for an exorcism, punks? It's actually Bishop. So unfortunately, Tato, that is going to be a wrong answer, but it is still okay because Tato, you have 17 points, and Joe, you have 24 points. So it is a 7-point game here. So that is going to be our point differential as we head into round 5, which is the fifth and final round, which is basically the same as every round 3, which is a random 3 numbers out of 15, which will correlate to 3 predetermined categories. First question will be worth 2 points, which is mild difficulty. Second question, medium difficulty, and the third question, hard difficulty. But it is a title match, so everything's skewed a little bit harder than normal. In terms of points, whoever has the most at the end will win, unless we get into sudden death. Could still very well happen. Players must keep your hands on screen at all times. Tato, you still have 2 repeats, and Joe, you have all 3, and Tato, you still have your challenge. So that is going to be it for now. Joe, you are in the lead still. What 3 numbers would you like today?
6, 12, and 4.
6. Just write them down. 6, 12, and 4. All right. And Tato, which ones would you like?
Well, what's the upper limit again?
15.
Let's go 3, 1, 13.
3, 1, 13. All right, perfect. All right, so Tato, you got to answer a few questions here to send it back to Joe. So you are going to have to answer this one here in phase 2, which is going to be your 2-pointer because of category 3. I don't remember who. I think I gave you the questions in round 2, so I will give you those questions now. So phase, you pick category 3, which is phase 2. So this is your your 2-pointer in phase 2. In Iron Man 3. What is the name of the fake terrorist created by Aldrich Killian?
The Mandarin.
The Mandarin. That is correct. So 2 points there. Again, still easy for a 2-pointer. All right, your 3-pointer now. We're going to have to stick with you here. Category 1, which is aliens, androids, and wizards. And just be mindful that you still can hit your next question. So this one is not make or break. But here you go. Your 3-pointer. In Guardians of the Galaxy, what is the last thing Rocket says he needs to complete the plan of defeating Ronan on Xandar?
That guy's leg.
That is incorrect. We were looking for some guy's eye. In Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, so Tato, now you're in a make or break position because if you hit this 5 points,
I'm going to challenge.
You are going to challenge. Okay, no worries. You still have a challenge. You might as well. So that is going to be the correct answer. The incorrect answer. The correct answer was some guy's eye. Tato was thinking of the kiln, but it is okay because you still have a 5-pointer. If you hit this, Joe has to answer some questions. So you're looking right now to escape TKO territory and keep the match alive. But you both have done amazing things in this league, so we're very much thinking this might go your way yet again. So Spider-Man is your 5-point question in the role of Spider-Man, category 13. Here you go, Tato. While listening to AC/DC's Back in Black with Happy on the jet in Spider-Man Far From Home, what band does Peter mistake them for?
Led Zeppelin.
There you go. 5 points.
Wow.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So tied up once again, 24-24. So we're in an interesting position. If Joe hits a question right, Joe's the champ. If he gets all 3 of these wrong, we're in sudden death. So, Joe, here you go. Kelsey's going to ask you your question in actors and actresses, which is your 2-pointer, number 6. Kelsey, whenever you're ready for Joe's 2-point question.
Okay, the 2-pointer in actors and actresses. Who voices Rocket Raccoon?
Bradley Cooper.
And your winner and new champion of the world, Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly. The correct answer was, of course, what was it? Oh, Bradley
Cooper.
I was looking at Joe. I didn't have the
Oh,
there you go. Yeah, we're gonna get on an easy question, but Tato had to push it to that easy question because he answered his 5-pointer. Very back and forth though. I mean, Joe, that big steal in round 2, I was a little worried after Tato kind of shifted that momentum, but you bounced back. You both were tied. It really was the betting round. Tato's smart to be conservative though. If he had bet 3, it would have been over a lot sooner. So smart gameplay on both ends there. And then it really was just the speed round. Honestly, that Remy question was a tough one too. But ultimately, I mean, these are 2 of the best competitors, and you got to go perfect against both of them to beat either of them. They just happen to go against each other. But I'll go to you first, Joe. How do you feel winning this match, being the new title champ? Your first time ever doing a betting round and speed round here. How do you feel?
yeah, it does feel good. It's been a while since I won something I hadn't won before. There was a period a couple of years ago where I held 7 titles at the same time.
Okay.
And I just sort of repeated them for a bit after that. So this will be the 8th title I've won doing this. So this feels good. It's been a while. As I said at the start, it's been a great start to the year. This is a nice little topper on that for the first month. Jake did play a great game. Like I said, that steal did put me under pressure. And yeah, I think the betting round was the key. But then again, if he does bet high, it might be over quicker. And like he crushed that Disney Plus round. I did not want anything to do with that Disney Plus round. And he, boom, 9 points. Like it wasn't even a problem. So it feels good. And Jake was a deserved champion. And was a good battle.
There you go. Jake, we have to turn it over to you because, I mean, you've been the belt holder for about a year now. This is your 3rd title match you competed in. This is your first loss ever in like 2 years. So how do you feel now having passed on the belt, but knowing you were still the number 1 contender, still the best person who doesn't have a belt right now, currently by record? Kels, by record. Kelsey the side-eye, knowing she's also
sorry.
not hold a belt. No, but Tato, how you feeling about this? Obviously, it didn't quite go your way in the betting round or speed round, but I mean, you should still be very proud of your game you played.
Yeah, I definitely feel good about that one. I definitely got a little nervous and shotgunned Remy at the last second when I didn't really know the answer, and I should have just taken the skip on that one. That's definitely the biggest mistake I made in the match. But for not getting a ton of studying in, a couple of the things that I got in today did come up. Unfortunately, occasionally on Joe's end, like Svartalfheim and stuff like that. That one I did happen to study. The Guardians too. I did a post-credit scene study, so I would have had that stand one anyway, but definitely helps to refresh.
That was the unfortunate thing I think about the Incredible Hulk, because that scene feels like it should be a post-credit scene, but it hits just before the credits roll. So it's a weird one, that scene. It should be
and on that one, I heard the question wrong and spit out the wrong answer, and I instantly
because it was true or false. It does not, and it's true. It does not, but false. It doesn't. Yeah, no, that's part of the title match. Also, of it all is the pressure.
I definitely appreciate the line. And then I listened to Back in Black right before the match, and I was like, and I love Led Zeppelin, man. So that's always a delight.
Yeah.
Well, Joe is an absolute beast. Definitely, well-deserved victory, and we'll definitely see what happens in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to ask you both. I know this is a time where a lot of people just want to kind of rest. But Joe, is there anyone you want? You're hoping can make their way up to you to face you for the belt? I know you beat some pretty prestigious competitors with Corey and obviously Robert and Antonio. And is there anyone you would like to see maybe take that challenge?
Yeah, I think there's a little rivalry starting to brew between myself and Mr. Tyler Birch. So,
okay, a little rivalry with Tyler Birch. Okay,
I love it.
I think it's in the early stages, but it's getting interesting.
All right, so Tyler, be on the lookout. There you go. A little bit of a challenge there for you. And Tato, what about you? Anyone you're looking at? I mean, you obviously faced off against Stacy, but now you two are working together. She's part of the secret tunnel. How do you feel now? Is there anyone you've got your eyes on?
I would also definitely be interested in anyone who was in that final 3 match who took the L to Joe. I believe that was Tyler and Jeremy Potters. Excuse me. Yeah, he told I was just talking to him about that. Excuse me. So yeah, that would be fun. Jeremy especially because he chose the path of evil. So I think he's gonna. I love Jeremy to death. He's my brother, but I'm gonna have to maybe put the hurting on him for that.
All right. Well, very much looking forward to seeing what the future holds for both of you in this league. And you guys obviously have an open invitation. Obviously, Joe, you have to because you're a title match holder now, a title belt holder now. But Tato,
Yeah.
combine your name, Jado. Whenever you want a match,
name.
it's yours. If you want to rest a little bit and take a little time off, that's fine too. I know Stacy has, and she's been enjoying it. Kelsey also enjoyed it. After you go through the cycle, it's nice to kind of just get a little break when you don't have the pressure of it on. But congratulations to you both. A really excellent match. Again, if this doesn't have the speed and betting round, who knows how close it gets. That steal is still very impressive and just kind of going to the wire, Led Zeppelin. But ultimately, Joe, you crushed this match. Only got a few questions wrong. Only got, I think, one question wrong. So congratulations.
I skipped Remy LeBeau. Sorry, I skipped Bishop.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for this one. Kels, any last thoughts on this match?
I mean, we knew that this was going to be a good match going into it, but it was just especially good because I love how supportive Tato was throughout the duration of it. Like, he just kept cheering Joe on, so it just like made it all the better. And I'm officially terrified of Joe. I'll say it. He's scary. I'm scared. I don't think I'll ever get back into competing because this dude doesn't miss. Like, he just doesn't. It's scary.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say about that.
Well, Kelsey, you got your one-time appearance next month coming, but after that, we'll have to ask you again. Maybe you'll get that fire inside again to want to take on some more competitors. But stay tuned, guys. Next month is our battle of the factions, where Chad's faction will go up against Matt's faction to fight in the honor of my name. It's kind of a dual situation, which we're very excited for. So stay tuned for that. And then after that, a lot of matches coming up. We got the good plans for this league and the future of this, and some more matches. We're gonna really commit to trying to get 2 matches a month as we originally planned, and really committing to that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and congratulations once again to Joe, who now officially has this belt. I'm gonna keep it right there. That is your belt for now. The Dill Pickle.
That export postage is gonna be a fortune.
Yeah, no, I will. I say I will hold on to it on behalf of all title match holders, and you will get your initials etched onto the back of it as a way of claiming your mark on it. But yeah, oh my gosh, if we had to send this across the pond back and forth, it would get pricey. But who knows? Maybe someday we'll be able to afford the real thing. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and have a marvelous day. Thank you. Well, my frenemy, maybe more so enemy in this sense. Hello, Matt Fisto. How are you?
I was fine, but now I'm talking to you. So
okay. Well, listen. Our faction war is next month, so you know what? I think we gotta make some terms. You know, we've already set the ground rules of what it's gonna be, what's at stake, what's on the line. But I need to know who I'm going up against, okay? Because you keep teasing who your team's gonna be. You keep making these phony little trailers, teasing who it's gonna be. So you know what, Matt? Let me know right now. Who are you putting up? Who's your roster? Because I need to know. Because I've got my 5 guys right now in my corner, ready to go. And I bet you don't even have 5 guys. I bet you're not. I bet you're phony baloney.
You found 5 people willing to work for you? Because from what I'm hearing, there wasn't 5 for you to pick from.
Listen, I made some calls. All right, it came with a nice little treat to eat on the side, but I made some calls, Matt. Because guess what? The Pizza Planet, they're hooking me up. All right, so you got another thing coming if you think you can mess with the za. All right, bruh.
Listen, you're threatening me with the guys who just make pizza puns all day, like that. Right. That's their
all right, Matt.
Gimmick.
Let's just share each other's roster. That way we know how to prep this thing. All right. I'm not gonna infiltrate what they've got going on in Pizza Planet. I'm gonna let them work. And fight on my behalf. And you have your people, your Hellfire, your kids club to, help combat me, and try to win back what is rightfully mine. But because, I didn't read fine print, another ableist thing. Oh, the guy who wears glasses didn't read the fine print. All right, Matt, you want to just tell you who my first person is?
Yeah.
It's the Pizza Planet man himself, Chad Webb. Not only is he the manager, but he has the balls to actually play in the match, Matt. And I know you're not playing the match. You're just spectating like I am, aren't you?
Yeah. Why? It's beneath me to have to compete for. Oh, maybe Dylan will approve.
All right. Who's your first person?
You can have Chad.
Okay. Who you got first?
I think you know who I have first. Your former best friend, your former sister on the desk. Of course, it's Kelsey Kilpatrick.
Yeah.
The greatest of all time, mind you,
right,
if we haven't forgotten.
I don't disagree there, but you know what? You allowed her to host some matches with me, so I hope she takes it a little easy. I'm okay that you have Kelsey because I know her heart really knows where she belongs. I just think she's doing it for the stint of it all.
Yeah, you should hear what she says about you.
All right.
when
Moving
you're not
on.
around.
Do you want to know who I have next, Matt?
Who do you have next?
Pizza time himself, Brian Nussbaum is going to be fighting for my glory. What do you think about that?
Brian, is he going to be checking everybody's grammar throughout? Come on, dude. Like, okay, that's fine. I've got the Nexus being himself, Zach Love.
Okay.
He's
That's
just
a heavy
over
hitter.
here.
That's a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
But you know who else I got in my corner? All right. The Ant-Man himself, Antonio Chavez. I got on my side. That's right. Member of the Pizza Planet. I got him in my corner. You think you can one up that one?
You know who squishes ants for fun? Jeremy Potters.
Big business. All right. Yeah.
Big business.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He's gonna. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, listen. Whether it's with the magnifying glass or with his massive boots, he's gonna squash that ant. Just trust me.
Okay. All right. Well, guess what? I got another one for you. A sneaky one. The notable prick, if you will. Eric Ibarra on my side. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's the first name that I recognize, so that's cool. It's yeah. I mean, he's stiff competition. He did beat me personally once in trivia night, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he won the trivia for my favorite movies. That's right, my favorite movies. A friend would get that right. A friend would win that.
Yeah, a friend wouldn't stack it against his friend like you did against me. We all know how that went down.
Well, Matt, we know you have Zach, you know you have Kelsey, we know you have big business, all right? But you also sent me that really cryptic trailer, all right? With like the whole like Garden of Eden, ET phone home shit and all that stuff. I mean, you kept teasing this Adam. We don't have an Adam in the league unless you're talking about like JD. But I know JD would never be a part of
it's not JD.
It's not JD. I asked JD. He said he's not nothing to do with this. JD is not.
Well, I don't have JD. I didn't talk to JD.
All right. Well, who has
talked to you? Talked to JD?
I talked to JD.
I haven't heard from JD.
He's kind of spiraling a little bit, but I've talked to him.
Yeah. No,
he's not. He doesn't want anything to do with this. So who is your trailer about? Who?
It's you said it already.
E.T.
E.T.
Yeah.
The extraterrestrial? No. It's not JD.
Just tell me who it is. Who's your fourth guy?
It's Adam.
Adam? He's back?
He's back.
Oh gosh. Okay. That's a good one. All right. So you got Jeremy. You got Adam. JD. Adam. Whatever. You got Zach.
No.
Kelsey.
That's not JD.
You got Adam. You got Adam.
JD.
You got Adam. You got Adam. Well, guess what? I've got Chad. I got his right hand man Brian. I got Antonio. I got Eric. And you know what, Matt? I'm going to take a rule book from the best and put this on. I've got Tyler freaking T-Rex Birch on my side. The guy who just won this very belt said he wanted. He said he wanted Tyler. And you know what I had to tell him off air? I got Tyler. He's fighting for the Pizza Planet. He's fighting for my glory. So who do you have to top that, Matt? Who's your final player? This final player you've been teasing. Who can go up against Antonio, Chad, Pizza Time Brian, Eric, Tyler Birch? Who else you got?
If I weren't barefoot right now, I'd be shaking in my boots. Oh no, Tyler. Come on.
Yeah, real puss in boots, huh?
No, Dill. I don't think I'm going to tell you who my fifth person is. You know who they are. You talked to them. You tried. But as from what I hear, you tried a lot of people. Like I said, I'm surprised you got that 5. Most people wouldn't give you the time of day. You definitely already tried to recruit this one, and trust me, he was never coming because he's been with me the whole time.
Wait, Matt, you have to tell me who the Matt Fisto. Literally one job. One job. Just say the roster. Guess we'll find out next month.